singling out homeschoolers. A national math contest is banning teams of homeschooled students from their competition. The organizers say this new policy is meant to keep cheaters from gaming the system. But the parents of homeschoolers want to know why innocent kids are being punished. With us now from Washington is Penny Nance, a homeschooling advocate and CEO for Concerned Women for America. Penny, great to see you today.
Oh, thanks for having me, Shannon.
All right, so the organizers of Math Counts, a very prestigious national competition, say there have been instances when people were posing as homeschoolers or going around and putting together these super elite teams from all kinds of different areas. And they're doing this to crack down on that particular problem because this is about cheating.
Well, and Concerned Women for America members from all over the country understand that concern, and the majority of our members are homeschool moms, or they may be public school moms, or in my case, my kids go to private Christian school. But we're very concerned about the fact that homeschool kids are being singled out and not allowed to compete in the team competition, which is about 60% of the kids that are competing. The homeschool families have offered to show authentication, to show certification that they are actually homeschoolers. What was happening was some public school kids were cherry picking and doing these super teams so that they could win, and it was cheating, it was wrong. But what's happening is Math Counts is singling out and really discriminating against homeschool kids in their efforts to crack down on the cheating.
And it's interesting because these kids have done really well. Homeschool kids, we hear about them being accepted to the service academies and doing excellent on SATs and those kinds of things. Winning the National Vocabulary Championship, National Geography Bee. Since 1997, they've won the Scripps Howard National Spelling Bee 3 times. This is a group of overachievers, but now this one competition is going to be off limits, at least for team participation.
Well, that's right. And, what's kind of even more interesting is who is really dominating the competition right now are the magnet schools. And the magnet schools, by definitions, do cherry pick because you have to meet a certain criteria to be in, and they tend to win. So if they wanted to be more careful about cherry picking, perhaps that's who they should talk to. But really, the homeschooling families don't want that. They are in favor of robust competition. And if this country wants to compete in the world of math and science, we need to teach our kids to compete at the very top level and not subjugate or discriminate against certain groups of kids based on paperwork. So homeschool kids need to be readmitted. Math Counts needs to re-examine their policy and let the homeschool kids back into this.
All right, this is part of what Math Counts said as their official response to this controversy that's been bubbling up out there. They say, quote, virtual schools, cyber schools, and homeschools in different states each have different criteria for a student to be considered an official representative of that school. With each year, it became more time and resource intensive to ensure that all participants representing these schools were fairly doing so in the same manner that the brick and mortar school participants had to. Not an English major, but I think they ended that with a preposition. Is that a legitimate gripe?
Absolutely illegitimate gripe. The homeschool families have offered to show the proper certification to prove they live with the proper regions so that they can qualify and they can participate fairly. The other point I think that's really important here, as Concerned Women for America, we welcome more women into the math and science field. And women tend to be more comfortable in team competition. Currently in engineering, men outnumber women 7-3. So like 7 out of 10 actually. Engineers are men versus women. We want more women in those fields. We think that this type of discrimination is harmful to homeschoolers and harmful to young girls. So we really hope that Math Counts will reconsider their position.
Well, we know they can compete as individuals, so maybe they take the type prizes there and make a statement on the winning stand with their trophy.
I hope so.
Penny Nance, great to
see
you. Thank you.
Thank you.